I'd like the opportunity of reading a little bit from the book. It's not just a couple of pages. This is from chapter 1. It is right after she's landed in the past, so to speak, and Benjamin Franklin and his son, William, have found her in a field and have taken them to her home. To his home, not hers. Okay, Melinda thought, the man's name is Mr. F. And did I just hear the word Quaker? If I'm not on the road to Las Vegas, where am I? She muttered. At least I'm not sending out any sparks anymore. Then she tried to move, but the attempt was unsuccessful, and she received yet another shock, causing her to pass out. When she woke again, the room had stopped spinning, and she could see the man, Mr. F., standing near her, holding her shoes. He was staring at her Nikes in awe, as though he'd never seen anything like them before. Mr. F. was fairly tall, almost 6 feet in height. He was a well-built man with large, broad shoulders and a wide chest. Not bad-looking, she noted. His lips were tightly closed and turned up at one end, resembling a subtle grin. But this was belied, or perhaps balanced, by the intense eyes that pierced through small glasses perched on his nose. He had a high forehead with long brown hair, lightly tied in a low ponytail, wearing a long black vest over a white shirt with lace ties in front, short pants, and white stockings. He looked so odd to her, she thought. He was examining the shoes so intently, he was startled when she moved. Ah, you're awake. I must admit, you've had a very disturbing sleep, young lady. Where are you from, Melinda? Why are you calling me Melinda? My name's Linda, she said abruptly, afraid to move for fear of another shock. Very well, then. I shall call you Linda. If memory serves me, I believe Linda means pretty in Spanish. Is that correct? He had to admit she was pretty. Even though her long hair was the most unusual color, it reminded him of an animal he'd read about in the Royal Scientific Journal on Africa, a small horse-like creature with white and brown stripes. Her eyes were unusually green, with flecks of yellow that changed color when she blinked, and her teeth were whiter than white. He thought she was the most extraordinary woman-child he had ever seen. Are you from a Spanish settlement? My goodness, you must have traveled far. I speak a little Spanish, but I'm surprised you don't have a Spanish accent. In fact, I can't place your accent at all. I find it interesting, though, that you don't curse in Spanish either. Do I look Hispanic? She said, becoming irritated. Do you have any Tylenol or Excedrin or some kind of painkiller? My hand and head are killing me. Painkiller? Painkiller. What an exquisitely descriptive word. I have called for the doctor who will attend you shortly. Please do not move. You have had an accident, and I have taken you into my home. You are in my study, as I did not think it was appropriate to put you in the servants' quarters. Judging by your jewelry and clothes, I presume you're not a servant, and I doubt you are a criminal. He had a half smile, his eyes twinkling. Excuse me? A doctor is making a house call? I'm sorry, did you just say I was a servant? She shot back. Why the hell would you think I'm a servant? This time she managed to sit up, although the pain in her head was agonizing. She continued, Who are you? What happened to my phone? Where's my car? Where's my handbag? Why didn't you call the ambulance? I was hit by lightning, for Christ's sakes. Why didn't you call the goddamn highway patrol? What? Why are you looking at me that way? My dear young lady, this is my home, and you will at least be civil and show enough respect to not curse or use the Lord's name in vain in my presence or in my house. Is that understood? He said, raising his voice. My name is Franklin, Benjamin Franklin. I'm a retired printer by profession. You are in my house, in the city of Philadelphia, in the proprietorship of Pennsylvania. Now it is your turn to tell me something. He softened his voice. These shoes, what material are they made of? They're the most uncommon shoes I've ever seen, flexing them back and forth. He asked, and who is this Nike?
Pardon me, my dear. Forgive my, if you'll pardon the expression, untimely interruption, but I believe I heard you mention my name.
Yes, I think I did. Ladies and gentlemen, Benjamin Franklin.
And you have misquoted me. I am perfectly familiar with the correct pronunciation of the name of the winged Greek goddess of victory, Nike. May I inquire as to the current calendar year?
Why, today is November 12th, 2009.
Oh, my word. Melinda was right. It is a key to a time portal.